At Talladega this weekend, you're going to see a few new parts and pieces added to the car. We went to work after Michigan with the 7 car lifting off, and then at Daytona with the 4 car. Went to work here at the R&D Center using CFD and wind tunnels to essentially see what we could do. Basically, we want that liftoff speed as high as we can get it to keep the cars on the ground. But we know that in certain circumstances, that's just not going to be possible, but we continue to work on it. And these improvements, these parts and pieces, add about 25% to the liftoff speed at 90 degrees. So when the cars are going sideways, essentially. In terms of the parts and pieces, you're probably used to seeing this black roof rail that goes all the way across here and up the flap. What we've done is we've extended it upward on the right-hand side with about 2 inches of polycarbonate. So you can see that goes all the way forward and is on the roof flap here. The second component is we've added this fabric flap here. So if you've paid attention on the left-hand side flap, it actually has that. We added it to the right to help the car in the earlier part of the spin. So it makes this flap work a lot better and keeps higher pressure there. And then finally, underneath here, it'll be very subtle and probably hard to see on TV. We've added what we're calling a rocker fin. So it's a 3/4 inch long skirt area. Because what we saw was there was a little bit of pressurization happening underneath the car in front of the tire, and this kind of helps us deal with that. All in all, these changes add about 25% to the liftoff speed at 90 degrees. 90 is about where we saw both the cars go over this year, so we're feeling pretty good about the improvement we made. As far as the teams and manufacturers, we've been communicating throughout this process over the last couple weeks of what we're doing. Hey, we're going to the wind tunnel. These are the parts that we're going to try. We then went to work to produce all of the components here at the R&D Center, and then we distribute them to the teams to try to make it as easy as possible. And that includes instructions on what they need to do or what they need to buy, but we try to give everyone it that first time just to help everybody. And we'll also be making shop visits all throughout the week so that when we get to inspection on Friday at Talladega, there should be no surprises there. Going forward, this will be specifically on the super speedways, and we'll continue to work on some ideas we've had and some learnings from the wind tunnel and CFD. A little longer term, going to take us a while to kind of science it out and get parts made and all that, but it's just a continuous process. We're always working on this, and we'll continue to do so throughout the off season.